I feel like the luckiest person alive, blessed to have someone who loves me so deeply, so passionately, and so selflessly. I never imagined a love like this could exist in the world. I used to think that love was just something we saw in stories or movies, something idealized and unrealistic. But after meeting you, every preconceived notion I had about love vanished into thin air. You've shown me what real love is, and I feel like I'm living a dream. You've helped me see myself in a new light, made me believe in my worth, and now, for the first time in my life, I feel like I truly deserve the love you give me. Before you came into my life, I was a completely different person. I was a loner, someone who never needed company or even missed people when they weren't around. I lived in my own bubble, convinced that I didn't need anyone to be happy. But that all changed the moment I met you. Now, I find myself completely addicted to your presence. The moment you're not near me, I feel a longing in my heart, an urge to run into your arms. It's like I've become dependent on you in the most beautiful way, and it's something I never thought I would feel. You've become my safe space, my source of comfort and joy, and life without you feels incomplete. You've done more than just make me feel loved, you've changed me on a deeper level. You've opened my eyes to emotions I didn't even think I was capable of experiencing. I used to believe I was emotionally closed off, someone who didn't get easily attached or affected by others. But you've made me more sensitive, more in tune with my own feelings. I'm now more open, vulnerable, and willing to share parts of myself that I once kept hidden. Even the people around me have noticed the changes. They're amazed at how different I am, how much I've grown. I've become a better version of myself, and I owe it all to you. In the past, I was someone who didn't get excited about much. I just coasted through life with neutral reactions to everything. There wasn't much that could spark my interest or make me feel genuinely alive. But now, everything is different. You've brought a new energy into my life that makes me excited about the simplest things. I wake up each day with a sense of purpose, a sense of joy that I never knew was possible. I've realized just how much I was missing out on all this time, and it feels like I'm seeing the world with fresh eyes. I love the life I'm living now, and it's all because of you. Even the people around me enjoy my company more because I'm more engaged, more present, and more alive. You are an angel in my life, sent to me when I needed you the most. From the moment you stepped into my world, everything began to shift. Life started to feel lighter, happier, and more meaningful. Your aura, your presence, it's powerful. I feel so drawn to you, like there's an invisible force that keeps pulling me closer. I always want to be near you, to bask in your energy, to feel the warmth of your love surrounding me. Thank you 1,000 times over for choosing me when you could have had anyone in the world. Sometimes, I still can't believe it. I don't know what I did to deserve you, but whatever it was, I hope I keep doing it. There are moments when I get teary-eyed just thinking about how much my life has changed. It's hard to believe that the life I'm living now was once just a dream, something I never thought would come true. And yet, here I am, living a reality that feels like a fairy tale, all because of you. No matter how hard I try, I can never fully express what you've done for me. You've brought so much joy, peace, and love into my life, and words will never be enough to convey my gratitude. Every smile I have is because of you. Every night, when I fall into a peaceful sleep, it's because I know you're there, supporting me, loving me. I am deeply honored to call you mine. I love you with every fiber of my being. You've transformed my life in ways I never imagined, and for that, I will be forever grateful. My life, my heart, my soul, they all belong to you, forever and always. You are my everything, and I will spend the rest of my days cherishing you, loving you, and thanking you for the incredible gift of your love. My dear, it's so easy to get lost in the act of loving someone that we sometimes forget about the world around us and, more importantly, about ourselves. We pour so much of our time, energy, and attention into nurturing that one relationship that other parts of our lives, our own well-being, our friendships, our families, fade into the background. The demands of love can be all-consuming. In that tunnel vision, we may not notice that we're drifting further and further away from the people who care about us. We may not see how we begin to lose sight of who we are as individuals. In love, it's common to overlook the flaws of the person we cherish. We want to believe the best about them, so we downplay their mistakes, or even worse, we don't see them at all. We create an image in our minds of who we think they are, an idealized version of them, and we hold on to that image so tightly that we ignore the reality. We place them on a pedestal, and in doing so, we elevate their needs above our own. We convince ourselves that they are as good as we imagine, blinding ourselves to anything that contradicts that picture. For some, this devotion goes so far that they leave behind their jobs, their families, their dreams, and even their own identity, all in the name of love. They bend and shape themselves to fit the mold of what they think the other person wants, hoping that by doing so, they will earn the love and respect they crave. But sadly, even after all these sacrifices, the respect and love they desire may not come. Often, the person they love takes their devotion for granted, assuming that the sacrifices made are just part of the deal. When you love someone and invest yourself fully in a relationship, it's only natural to expect the same love and respect in return. But that is where the imbalance often begins. You see, a relationship cannot thrive if only one person is carrying the weight of it. It requires effort, understanding, and appreciation from both sides. Love is not a one-way street, it's a partnership that should be based on mutual respect and care. If one person is constantly giving, and the other is merely taking, the relationship will eventually collapse under the strain. No one can carry a relationship on their own forever. It's important to understand that while it's wonderful to love someone deeply, it should never come at the cost of your own identity or well-being. You are important too. Your happiness, your peace of mind, and your dreams are just as valuable as the other person's. Don't allow yourself to be treated as an afterthought or as someone who is just there to fulfill another's needs. You are not an option or a convenience, you are a person who deserves respect and love in equal measure. Take a step back and evaluate how you're being treated. Ask yourself honestly, do I deserve this? If the answer is no, it's time to make some hard decisions about what is best for you. One person cannot sacrifice their happiness forever for the sake of keeping the other person happy. That's not love, that's surrender. And no relationship should ever be about one person surrendering their needs and desires completely. You have to understand that a relationship is not a situation where one person holds all the power, and the other simply follows along. It's not a boss-employee dynamic where you have to please the other person to get what you need. You and your partner are equals. If they don't see it that way, if they don't respect you as an equal, then they do not deserve your love, your affection, or your commitment. At the end of the day, you are responsible for your own happiness. No one else will come to rescue you from an unhealthy relationship, and no one else will make those tough choices for you. It's up to you to take control of your life, to prioritize your own well-being, and to fight for your happiness. Yes, it can be painful to realize that the person you love may not change, but that is the reality for many. If you are waiting for them to become the person you want them to be, you might be waiting forever. People rarely change unless they want to. The truth is, it's you who needs to change. You need to choose yourself and put your own needs first. If anything in this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect. Are you truly happy? Are you being respected, loved, and valued in the way you deserve? If not, then it's time to think carefully about what's best for you. You are worth more than being someone's second thought. You deserve love, respect, and happiness. Don't settle for anything less.